And we are officially live. Welcome to Bootstrap Businessmen, the podcast devoted to inspiring the entrepreneur on a shoestring budget. And I'm your host, Dale L. Robertson. This is my boy,
Kevin S. Allen. How are you doing tonight?
Should I get closer to this? Is this right? Everybody's like, someone's listening to this podcast right now on SoundCloud. They're going for a run, and all of a sudden they just got their ears blown out. And hey, we got a super special guest. She makes a completely goofy face. Boy, we are really pasty white. Did you notice that? Like with these, Kevin looks tan, of course. You know, like he spends a little time out in the sun. But in any event, special guest today. Actually, she was our first guest on the show.
She was.
She's our first guest in person now.
Wow,
you think about that?
Yeah, she was. Wow.
This is my wife, Kelly. Kelly, say hi.
Hello.
I don't know if anybody heard you.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Get over the mic. Test it out. Test it out.
Hi.
So yeah, now we have our mic on a boom. Last week, you and I shared that you picked up a boom for the microphone. So now it's no longer sitting on the table. So we can't just knock it and hit it over. Yeah. We can't boom the mic. It's boomed now.
It's boomed. It's done. It's a little more professional, man.
Yeah. Okay, fair warning. Anybody out in the YouTube's lands, all right? You can join me on group chat, all right? Chat is available. So if you've come over, please, you can always chat on here.
Chat us up.
Talk to us.
Yes, if you happen to be over on the YouTube channels, sadly, I don't know how it's supported on there. I've never really actually done the chat, so hit us up. If for some reason you know me, text me on here, and I'll just keep an eye out on my texts. I know my lovely brother was threatening to actually come on here and give us a hard time. So we do have one live viewer. So today, there's a few things we want to kind of cover. And actually, I keyworded the shit out of today's because we're going to talk about shirts.
Shirts.
We're going to talk about shirts. Yes.
Everyone needs to wear them.
Yes.
True. Good point. Good point.
So, but before we do jump into shirts, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. All right. Let me share I
showered. Okay. I was just joking.
Yeah. 1 out of 3 people showered in this room today.
Whoops.
Was that the elephant you were talking
about? No, that's not the elephant I was talking about. Let's see here. So, no. Hang on. I got to go back because, see, I'm going through, by the way, I'm not just like in the middle of the show starting to talk about shit. And although this is genius, by the way, it'll soon be Halloween. So time to prepare some yummy treats for the neighborhood kids. Try dipping Brussels sprouts in chocolate for them. I was like, oh my Lord, Halloween has officially become my favorite holiday if people start doing that. Yeah,
dude. Oh my gosh! Could you imagine the surprise on a little kid's face when he bites it?
Yeah, they're thinking it's a Whopper. You know?
Oh man, I love Brussels sprouts and chocolate.
Don't know about the two of them together. My boy Mackay. You met him last time we visited here. And Mackay actually loves to put pizza. He likes his pizza with ice cream on it. Yeah. No. Wow. We're not talking pizza and then ice cream. No, he takes pizza. And he'll put ice cream on top of the pizza and eat it like that, like scoops of ice cream. And he would say to us, he's got that like velvety voice. He's like, yeah, man, you got to try this. This is good. We're like, shut up, dude. That's disgusting. So one of the times we're sitting around, we're watching a wrestling pay-per-view. We order some Papa John's pizza, which, by the way, love me some Papa John's pizza.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So he gets some ice cream, and he said he had to keep it simple. So he ordered some vanilla. He got some vanilla at the store. I don't know if I've told you this story. He gets some vanilla, and he puts it on there. And it's like, sorry, those of you listening to us on SoundCloud or any of the other podcasts, my apologies. But I just got to give like the facial expression here. It was just, I was like, it's melting on there. Yes. So of course, I'm trying to like keep the dairy together, between the ice cream and the cheese. And I'm like, I was just like, and he's like looking at me like,
yeah, you like it?
He's like, it's good, isn't it? It's good. He's like gobbling it up. He's got it down to a science where he can just eat it all without getting ice cream all over himself. It was terrible.
Well, it's just like ranch. Have you ever had pizza and ranch?
That I do like.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I've never tried it.
Certain pizzas. Let's say that. Certain pizzas.
Who,
like a taco
who thought
pizza?
of ranch?
What about ketchup on
No.
pizza?
Ooh, there's people who put ketchup on pizza?
Have you ever had?
You listen here. If you're listening to us, you put fucking ketchup on your pizza, I swear, bad. Bad.
What about peanut butter jelly pizza?
Peanut butter and jelly pizza?
Only you, Kevin.
Yes. No, East of Chicago makes it. It is a peanut butter and jelly pizza. I thought you would like the peanut butter and jelly pizzas.
I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
That's it's a little out there, my friend.
Yeah. That's actually quite good.
Okay. All right. So, yes. No. We got to go back. We're scrolling back here on my messages. Kevin and I we're serial messengers on Facebook. So, by the way, it always throws people off. I've actually had a couple new people introduce themselves to me through the Hustle Project, and they're like blown away that I answer. I'm like, yeah, I do that. Yeah, I'm like, I do that. You know, thankfully, I don't have like this huge celebrity status that, you know, I'm inundated with things, because I know Dave Cozio. He was being overwhelmed. He could spend all day and he wouldn't get through all his messages.
Wow.
So, you know, for me, I'm like, yeah, I get like maybe one or two new people I'll see every now and then.
You're a good communicator too. You want to touch base with people. You know what I mean? We want to keep it real.
Yeah. So anyway, we have Facebook
What are we
Messenger in
looking up?
here, and I have to find the exact Kevin. You know, I got to talk about Kevin, what he said. Oh, here we go. Ready? Quote, "No soliciting, my favorite hypocrite sign ever, because when I walk in, you try to sell me shit, I'll defer you to your sign. No soliciting, you fucking jackwagon." All right. That's the elephant in the room. I want to talk about this, man. And because, see, I think that this is a great lesson, you know, and by the way, Kevin's not embarrassed. You know, if you're listening to this, he's not at all embarrassed. He stands behind whatever he says. He never sends something to me and goes, "Oh man, you outed me." So you got to tell me the story, and exactly what is it that small business owners can learn from this?
Oh man, so much. Actually, it's kind of a two-phase process, if you will, or hypocritical, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of small businesses, they put these no soliciting signs up, and what it is to keep out salespeople. Right. To come in and try to sell them something. I completely ignore this sign because I've learned it's bullshit, first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
And then second, I know that when I go in the store, you're going to try, if you just see me as a consumer, what are you going to try to do?
You're going to sell.
You're going to try to sell me something.
Yeah.
So your sign is bullshit. It's hypocritical. Oh, dude, I want to rip them off and throw them inside the fucking doors every time I see them. So anyway, I was in this little retail shop, and I was just kind of browsing around because I noticed that they were a little busy, and they had a no soliciting sign, so I approached them differently. So I'm just browsing around. Anyway, the owner comes over and, you know, says, "Oh, can I help you? Have you seen XYZ product that we have? It's on sale." And I said, "Well, actually, no, this is the purpose that I'm here for." And they said, "I'm sorry, did you not see the no soliciting sign on the front door?" So I said, "Did you read the sign on the front door? Because you said no soliciting and you're trying to solicit me. So how is that okay one way and not the other?"
It is. It's
you know what I mean?
It's nuts.
It's hypocritical. I get it. Small business owners, right, probably get inundated with thousands of calls over the span of, say, a year, right?
Yeah.
Different services, they're electric, they're gas, merchant services, whatever, you know, or somebody's trying to bring in a product to do like, what do they call that? Consignment, you know, bring a product into their store, sell it, you get a percentage. So I get it. They're busy. They get a lot of bullshit calls. But at the same time, the people that you're talking to, man, they have to remember, I'm a consumer.
Yeah.
Okay?
You buy things.
I do buy things. Unfortunately, sometimes I buy too many things. You know what I mean?
If they'd only know that about you.
Yeah. Like, "Oh, this is a really cool doohickey you got. Oh, buy it." Just because, you know, I'm in their store, so I want to, you know, just pay a little homage to their store. But they do this, okay? Then they try to turn around and solicit. What you're doing is, when you're an asshole, and anybody that's listening to this, it's nothing but being pure ass. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're being a dick to me. And guess what? I got a family. I got friends. I've got a lot of people that I could bring into your location to help your business. But at this point, I'm the guy that's walking out to the parking lot. I'm flipping you off as I'm walking out, and I'm hitting Yelp as soon as I get in my car, and you're getting a review from me.
Yelp is a powerful tool, man. I use it a lot. I use it a
Um,
lot. Fair warning, small business owners, don't give me crappy service because I will put it on Yelp in 2 seconds. But give me good service, I'll 5-star your shit till the cows come home.
Absolutely. You know, and unfortunately, a lot of small business owners don't know that American Express has a similar website.
Yeah.
That you can go in and review small businesses.
Huh.
I know this. So I'll go in and review the small business, and I will be very blunt about the owner. And it's how I'm treated because, yes, this is what I do. But first and foremost, man, I'm a consumer. I'm a person. You know what I mean? I could be your future best client. Who knows? You know, if you got hair plugs or something shit like that, you know, I'll be coming back because I want my hair back. No, I'm just teasing. I don't. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You never know.
Hair's overrated.
It is overrated.
We should be called like the bald bootstrap businessmen. Then we'd be triple B.
Triple B's,
bald bootstrap businessmen.
So yeah, it's kind of the elephant in the room. I'm not as fired up about it now as we.
No, he's down. He's down. Oh, there's a complete
actually, I'm kind of sweating a little bit because I can feel. You know what I mean?
You're like he's pulse is starting to race and such. You know, because I was sharing with Kelly, and Kelly's just like, damn, he actually gets like fired up. I'm like, yeah, he does.
Yeah. You know, and I don't. One thing is, I don't have a problem telling anybody straight to their face either. You know what I mean? And people are like, "Wow, dude, that could be a potential client for you down the road." I said, "I don't want them."
Yeah.
If somebody is treating a person like that, I don't want them as a client of mine. So I'll just let them know.
Checking on that. Okay, I found something.
Okay. Siri just starts talking to us.
Wow.
Thanks, Siri.
Did we say Siri? Hey, Siri. Oh, okay, she works.
I think he said, "Are you serious?"
Oh, it should have picked it up. Are you serious?
That's
no, it's not gonna work.
No, it's not gonna work.
No, dude.
Are you Siri?
Yeah. That's crazy. Hey, Siri.
Yeah, it works. Go ahead, continue, man.
I guess I've never used it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know it's on there.
You didn't even know it was on there.
I knew it was on there. I just never used it. No, you know, if somebody's treating another person like this, and this is how I look at it, right? I don't want you as a client.
Yeah.
Because I try to treat everybody as a part of my family. Okay. Once you join my business, you become very personal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll stop in and check on you. I'm going to refer people to you as long as you're not an ass. Okay. I've got clients that are asses and I will not refer anybody to them, but they don't disrespect anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're asses to me. So, which is fine. So, you know, just treat people like that.
I'm an ass to you too.
Yeah, and most times. just treat people with respect, man. Is the biggest thing is what I'm trying to say. But it's hypocritical to have that fucking sign on your door.
Now, let me play devil's advocate here on this one. What say you if somebody actually puts the no solicitation sign, but it's kind of like a loose warning, if you will, because let's be honest, there are some salespeople out there that really shouldn't be in that business. And those are the type of people that will see the no solicitation sign and go next, and they'll just move on.
Yeah.
There are people such as yourself that are a bit more, service oriented. How could that business person or that business owner that you dealt with handle that in a more professional light?
Put no assholes on this. I don't know.
You know what I mean?
And they probably lose after clientele.
What, did you go into an adult store? Is that what it is? No assholes in the store?
I've been in some interesting places. We'll say that. Kicked out of a strip club. When you told me about Frank Kern, I was like, no way. I got my ass handed to me at a strip club once too. So
wow, no kidding.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me talk to the girls. I was like, I think they would be interested. Put it on their smartphone. Get some. They didn't want to hear about it. They didn't want to hear about it.
They've already got like a credit card slot.
No, this is true. We could just wire it up.
Yep. Kelly's just like, oh, that's Dale. He's starting to say his damn crazy things. Yeah, I just wanted to cover that because I just feel like there's something that people can learn from this, and just on my end of things.
Well, here's the way I look at it. If you could post a sign up, no solicitation. God, it's just, to me, it's just one of those things, man. You know, it's hypocritical because as soon as somebody comes in, you're going to try to sell them something in your store. So you're soliciting. I get it. It's your store, but you have a sign that says no soliciting. So if I'm not a salesman, but a consumer, I'm going to read that as like, you're not going to try to sell me something. Right.
Right.
So,
we're the only one. It's essentially a sign that says we're the only ones allowed to sell in this place.
Right. So here's the way they could, you know, no salespeople without an appointment. Unless you have an appointment, please, you know what I mean? Something
Money,
like that.
right there. That's really what makes sense to me. And if you guys hear me say money, that means I agree with them, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. And that's the thing is, when I was an activities director, I saw a lot of salespeople. And here's the truth, actually. I mean, just this is proof because I was talking to Jason Jackson. He used to do chair aerobics for me over in Bethesda, and he took over my position as an activities director. And one of the issues he was running into was this in-house or in-community video system. You could play your own movies. You could do like a running bulletin. Like I think I could do I could queue up 5 movies at a time if I wanted to.
Okay.
And at any rate, they got a hold of me. And see, this was my thought. I always heard everybody out, but I always made sure they were put into a slot. It was just kind of like, and this kind of goes for anybody in any kind of profession. You know, if you're going to do some kind of an exchange of some sort, you know, book an appointment, you know, even if it's like, well, I'm kind of available right now. I typically always would tell people that would come in and they're ready to solicit things like, hey, let me get your card and let's see about booking you for an appointment sometime later. We'd sit down and you could get my undivided attention. And that typically worked out really well for me. And here's the nice thing is there's the devil horns that come up right here because ultimately to me, yeah, I want to hear them out. But here's the bottom line is this is, when you go into selling somebody, believe it or not, it's an exchange.
Sure.
There's an exchange. There's a value exchange. And see, that was my thought was I wanted to have more volunteers. That's how I made a huge volunteer army. That's how I got huge donations at a not-for-profit community. And that's the thing is I always wanted to make sure that I established some good relationships within the community, even if it meant sitting down and hearing this guy out that was like, well, I've got this credit card system, and no one ever came through me for a credit card system. But, you know, I always heard people out, even if it didn't match up. And sometimes I would even say to them, you know, I'm not really sure how we're going to be able to, you know, work together.
This doesn't make sense for our business, but.
Yeah, but I always was willing to hear them out because obviously somewhere in their head, they kind of were like, okay, I could see myself working with this. I'm like, okay, we got to, you know, see if we can work. And it was so funny. I would get these great relationships. And it was funny, right around the holidays, every holiday got better and better and better because every holiday, these people that I was cool to, they would come in with just massive amounts of donations and like gifts.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you remember seeing my office where it was just overrun with all these freaking gifts. And it was great because then I would get an additional volunteer, dress up as Santa on Christmas Day and deliver all those gifts that we got donated. And of course, they never knew. The residents never knew. And so, of course, somebody showing up at the door and they're like, Santa, what?
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, just a little bit of respect and all of a sudden you got something you needed out of it. And these people did too, you know, even it makes them feel good. You know, it's nice to give back, right?
Yeah.
And all it took was 5-10 minutes just to listen to them, right?
Yeah, it really is. And that's the thing.
Volunteer.
If you're tied
still
up
there.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
You know, that's the thing is no matter what business that you're in, the no solicitation rule, you may want to, you know, back off it a little bit. If you've got it on the front of your store, hey, then, you know, I respect it. Go ahead and keep it up. But, you know, keep an open mind because you just never know who's going to walk through your door and bring you so much freaking value. Yeah. And I feel bad for whatever business owner treated Kevin in that capacity because you just missed out on a big deal. Even if you didn't take his service, you really missed out. And that's the worst part. You just lost out on this guy that could have just been like, because that's the thing is, I've always known you to treat everybody equally and fairly.
Sure.
And, you know, even they're getting some service from you or not, you would have treated them like gold.
Unless you're a dumbass.
Unless you know, and he doesn't meet many dumbasses. I don't hear too often. You bite your tongue a lot, right? So, dude, we got that off your chest.
Yeah, no, it was good stuff, man. I mean, everybody needs to hear that because if you're online business or brick and mortar,
absolutely
treat everyone with the respect.
You know? Absolutely, communication's key.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you just said in the beginning and stuff, you know, you kind of message people get back to them, right?
Mhm.
That means something to somebody.
Yeah.
That could be the difference in somebody's, especially with exercise and stuff, them actually obtaining their goal or not even getting started. You know what I mean? So yeah, just respect people. Love everybody. Love people. How about that? Let's spread some fucking love around this country.
You will love me, and that's that.
Not all this other shit that's going on. Let's just love each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really
my
does
message.
make a huge difference. But we do have my wife in here, and she probably will get dragged in from time to time. We are going to definitely talk. You were so pasty white.
I don't know. I feel fine.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's not like you look sick. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, man.
Is it where she's at?
Yeah. Here, let's just cover her up with some shadows. Maybe there we go. She's less pasty. Maybe you're part Irish today.
I did just come from Phoenix. I don't know.
Phoenicians are from Phoenix. So any event, big things happening in this world. We actually did this some time ago. You and I actually talked a little bit about merch by Amazon.
We did.
And I got to officially say that, this lady right here
Killing it.
is, mind you, she's still kind of keeping, she's backburnered the self-publishing business. So we're still getting some income from that.
Yeah.
But our merch by
Taking over.
Amazon's getting astronomical. So we can get everybody caught up to speed at this point. What we need to do is have you explain, what is merch by Amazon?
Merch by Amazon is just pretty much a print-on-demand t-shirt service. That's pretty as simple as I can make it. I can submit a design to Amazon. They load it on their website, and any one of y'all's out there can go order it. Amazon prints it, does customer service, ships it, and I get a royalty. So it's pretty much one of the most passive businesses I've done so far. It's pretty cool.
Now, the thing that, we were sharing this with my brother and sister-in-law, and, my sister-in-law flipped out where she's like, oh my goodness, I will do it for you for that much. And it was just like, why wouldn't somebody want to just do the screen printing and the t-shirts and producing it themselves? Because wouldn't they keep all the money?
Maybe not. It's about time versus that. I personally don't want to spend time or have all these shirts around this office. That doesn't sound too fun to me.
No.
I'd rather outsource. My time's better spent having fun looking at what Donald Trump is doing as opposed to shipping out shirts and dealing with assholes. So it's
She
just,
pointed at you.
I know. I was like,
it's
she
based
didn't point
on
to
his
me.
story.
I didn't do it.
You're not an asshole.
I
It's your
didn't do it.
story.
Oh, okay. So you were pointing to like the hypothetical business owner that was an asshole. Okay.
Yeah. My time's better
I can
spent.
be an asshole.
My time's better spent in doing designs.
Hmm.
So that's pretty.
So what
much
is
fun.
that process like?
Okay, yeah,
It's
that's
so
gonna
much
be the
fun.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, let's back it up first of all. We'll get into the t-shirt design. How does somebody get involved in merch by Amazon?
It's been a while since I did it, but it's by application only right now. I've heard it takes 4 to 5 months to get in. So
How long did it take you?
It was almost 45 days.
45 days.
45 days.
Our
yeah.
boy Scott, I think, has already passed the 90-day mark on it.
That was
I'm
several
sorry,
months ago.
Scott.
That was what, 6 months ago?
This is just hearsay on the forums because
Yeah.
back when I got in, you didn't have to apply.
No,
So
I
this
didn't
is a
either.
lesson. If you ever see a new business through Amazon, hop on it ASAP because it might not be around in 2 months when you really want to do it.
Absolutely. That was a huge reason why I did Amazon Video Direct, because I was afraid there would probably end up being something like the merch where people would flood to it.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I've been wrong so far.
And if you have, so to sign up, just go to merch.amazon.com. And I think in the middle, it says apply now or something like that. And it's a really short form to fill out. I've heard rumors that they might close it, but that's just a rumor. So if you have any desire to do t-shirts on Amazon, hop on that train now.
That's interesting. I couldn't see them doing that because, man, they sell massive amounts of shirts.
It's a rumor. So
They probably have a lot of turkeys like you and me are putting up these really bad t-shirt designs and nobody's buying them. So that's what brings me next is obviously you get access to merch.amazon.com and you get your own site. So how is the design put on there? Is it on the site itself or do you have to create it off the site?
I use Photoshop to create the image or the design. and then I upload it, and it's available on Amazon.com. That's about as simple lingo as it gets.
If now, what does Photoshop run you per month?
Photoshop runs me $9.99 plus tax. I think it's $10.62. I know there is free versions of Photoshop, but I just signed up for the Photoshop CC. There's also GIMP that you have.
Right.
I know some people use Canva.com, which to me, Photoshop's the best. I'm sure there's other websites that you can design shirts on, but for me, $10 isn't much.
Yeah, $10 isn't much, especially since you do the covers as well, like book covers.
Yeah, I've had it for over a year. You can go on so many sites, learn it, and it's scary. There's a lot to it, but it's good.
It's really neat. I do like Photoshop because I peeked over your shoulder a couple times, and I can see how it correlates with what GIMP has. So it's just probably a case of just trying to pick up on those things. So do you remember what are the specifications that Amazon requires for the shirt design? Is it real intricate? Is there any type of files that has to be uploaded in?
There are some FAQs on merch.amazon.com that you can look at as far as like dimensions. And
yeah, you don't remember dimensions?
It's like 4,500 by 5,400, or flip that around pixels.
Right, it's pretty big.
I think it has to be 300 DPI. They say use the templates. I don't do that. I make my own. And they've always been approved.
The template that I use, I've used the template, but I always pull that background off because it's just right in the way. So what they do is they've got like that transparency.
There's a lot of folders too on the Photoshop one that I saw, and it just confuses me. I like to keep it simple.
They only got one for GIMP.
So
yeah, they just like, there's one for GIMP. You click it and it just opens up, right, and has that transparency. You've seen it.
I think I actually signed up for merch like whenever it opened, like the first week. But the templates confused me so much. I didn't even
December.
do it.
Yeah, it's been since December.
So, this is like relatively new.
No, it's been since because they just hit their 1 year mark. So it's been like since September, October.
Wow. Okay, we picked it up shortly after. I know I had the account for like a minute and I didn't fool with it because I figured it was going to be hard. And at that time, I was just learning GIMP. So here's my story. I've got the account. Okay, and you start with 25 shirt designs, correct?
You do.
Okay, so you're limited on how much you can get. So don't get all excited thinking you're going to be able to fire off thousands of these things at once. And, you know, the thing is, I put all these you've seen them. These are freaking amazing designs.
Yes,
like I had like this once this gorilla, and it has like this like awesome like, you know, like design over it. And I was like, it was like badass beast. Guess what? Not a single sale. No. But what was your first one? Do we say this on air or not?
I don't know. I'm not going to give out examples.
Okay, so let's just say,
all
for
I
instance,
can say is keep it simple. I will
keep
say
it very simple.
I will say our story though, because it was the same shirt. I think it was I'm the man. Yours was intricate. Mine just had the letters, and mine sold.
I'm the man.
So
I can tell you one that was banned by me.
Okay, go for it.
Gay as fuck.
Oh yeah, that was really actually one of my top sellers.
Which by the way, no anybody that's listening to this, by the way, it is not on a homophobic level or anything like that. It's literally being is. He's like, it is.
No, it's not.
So, but you know, it's selling people. There's a demand for it, but you know, why is it getting banned?
Amazon wants to keep a family-friendly environment.
Makes sense.
I could start a whole conversation about that because there are loopholes around it. So if any of y'all from Amazon merch are listening to this, find those loopholes. They're costing you thousands.
It is.
It's true.
I mean, you know, if it's supposed to be family friendly, let's go ahead and let's look at this from a self-publishing standpoint.
Sure.
Erotica is specifically an adult portion of Amazon. Because believe it or not, if you look up erotica book, blah, 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 typically if it's in an erotica category, it'll say this is adult related material, yada, yada. Couldn't they do that same thing with the shirts?
I was just going to say, it would be so awesome if anyone from Amazon listening have an adult only site. You're going to make thousands, but Amazon's not stupid. They like their money. So I think it's going to come.
Yeah. Well, I would think, like maybe something like even as simple as, you'd have specifically an adult merch site like adult.amazon.com, and it would make those things available.
That would be really awesome.
Oh, by the way,
Mhm.
that shirt that I was talking about,
Mhm.
that wasn't mine. It was one of Kelly's. I didn't know if she was going to say it or not, but I just wanted to say it.
Oh, I forgot about that one because I had to take it down.
Because you told me about it.
Amazon used to allow cuss words, and I'm sorry, I want to make some sales. So
there were some other ones that the one that got yanked down. Let's go ahead and just talk about this because obviously if someone's listened to it and it's been taken down, you don't try putting it up.
Yeah.
Well, I found the loophole for this one. It's still up. I'm just here for the boobs and beer. Thank you, Jason Brock, for the shout out earlier.
Jason boy.
That one got turned down too because it says boobs. You can't have tits up, I learned. Yeah.
Why? I mean, because
family friendly.
Yeah, but you look at some of the, and I'm saying this with all due respect, some of the breast cancer awareness stuff.
Yeah.
Boobs,
tatas.
You know what I mean? Why? And that's all over the place. I mean, you pick it up at a relay for life and stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I'm here for the tatas. And it's a fundraiser.
But the thing is, since merch is so new, I don't know how much I can push the boundaries and still have an account.
I wouldn't push it.
Yeah.
Don't push it.
There are times where we'll take it up to the edge and, not trying to show our cards because, there's a good reason why Kelly's keeping a lot of the stuff under wraps. It's not because we're wanting to be assholes to you, but in the same instance, she doesn't want anybody to filch that idea because there are certain things in the self-publishing business that literally, and I hate to say this, even my coaching students don't know some of these things. Some of the stuff that Kevin's been able to employ even in his side of the business, I keep those things close to hat because the thing is some of these things that I found, I'm kind of like, sorry, I'm a little greedy. I really want the pie to myself.
Businesses, when we were doing FBA, if people knew what items we were sourcing, our business would be shot. So I don't mind sharing it now. We used to sell X-Lax, but
no, actually, it wasn't just X-Lax. It was
the generic. It was the bastard brand of it.
Equate laxative.
Yeah.
Equate laxatives. I remember I would just literally seriously, this is how it would go. We go from Walmart to Walmart throughout the valley there in Phoenix, which by the way, dude, coming here in Ohio, like where's your Walmart, Ohio? Like Phoenix is just like, seriously, you walk like one block to the next. It's like, oh, didn't I just see that?
There was like 3 Walmarts within like a 2-mile radius
of
our house.
No exaggeration.
It must have the traffic to support it though. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. There was tons and tons. So we go from one location to the next when we were doing our Amazon FBA business, and it was fun to a certain extent, especially when it was just like you go into the store and you'd see an entire shelf full of these Equate laxatives.
Your eyes would go.
I'd be like, literally, you're just taking it and you're loading it up. And of course, when you're going and checking out Walmart, they're like, how's it going? Things are going smoothly.
Price check for laxatives. Price check for laxatives.
Oh, trust me, man. There was times where we would have to challenge certain prices. Like it would be, no, it was such and such price. Although I don't know, laxatives were a problem.
Laxatives were never a problem, but it was an easy $5 to $7 bill every single time. And I remember in the winter time, I sold them in packs of 2. Someone in Los Angeles bought 3 of my 2-packs at the same time.
What kind of issue do you have?
And it was Equate brand. But
it was generic, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't it wasn't X-Lax.
Stop buying those and go see your doctor.
I would buy it spend $3.96 and we would sell it for $17.99 on Amazon.
Wow.
It's not that price anymore. There's still a profit, just not as big.
Yeah, well, the issue that what you're getting at is people would find out how lucrative it was, and then what they would do is they would severely undercut what we were doing. Instead of saying, let's play together, we would sell ours at $17.99 and the next person would sell for $17.97. And see, if you can be able to play together in harmony, everybody profits. But the problem was you get these people that come in and go, oh, I'm willing to make 50 cents. And you're going, what the hell? You dumb ding dong. You could play along with us. So that's why sometimes if you're in the business and you've got something pretty remarkable, okay, it's out there, but not many people know about it. I would really recommend you keep those cards close to yourself because otherwise what's going to end up happening, you let that cat out the bag, everybody's going to end up bastardizing it. And they're pretty much, you might as well just give hand jobs on the corner to make money. That's really what it is. Sometimes when you devalue something, okay?
With a no soliciting sign?
Yeah, with no soliciting signs. Well, that's the thing, man. I mean, it drives me insane when you know that there is people profiting big on things, profiting big. Why would you severely undercut everybody in there? Because what you're doing is you're putting the market expectation a lot lower. Okay, so that's the thing. And so some people are going to go, wait, these equate X-lax thing, laxatives, I could get it for $5.97 instead of the $17.99, and then they're going to look at that $17.99, and here we are stuck with this thing here. Thanks a lot, dildo. You just made 50 cents, and you've killed the product.
Yep.
Good work.
That's not even competition. That's not even creating competition.
That's just greediness.
It's blowing the market out. Because then what's going to happen in that person's mind, right? They're thinking, I saw this here, I saw this here. Then they're going to walk in the Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be like, oh, wait a minute, I can get it.
Well, you know, it's not even so much,
convenience.
it's the convenience sometimes. And that's what a lot of people used to get hung up on. We tell them, oh, we're selling X-Lax or floss, for instance. There was a floss that was discontinued. We went and cleared the shelf, and it was terrible. It was like a yarn floss.
It was
like,
it's for sensitive gums. We used to have an app, and we would scan products and look at profits. He scanned it for fun one day. It was on the clearance rack. I think it was a 4-pack. I made it. We spent $8 or $10, and we sold it for like $80. It was ridiculous.
Don't know if you heard this story before. Floss, yes. And it was like thick as yarn. I actually just finished up like one of the things. We had extra left over because it had like the package broke open, so we couldn't sell it. So I kept it, and I took one for the team, and I'm like, there's my tooth.
I don't see why someone would spend $80 on it, but teach his own.
They loved it. And that's the thing, is that there was a supply and there was a demand. And see, that's the thing, is you get some people that come in there and they're oh, well, I'm willing to settle for 50 cents. Come on. You're better than that. If you're going to work for that freaking cheap, you might as well go get minimum wage.
Yeah, for real. So I'm sitting here wondering if the same people buying the floss were buying the X-Lax. Okay, so they're like ripcording the fucking steak out between their teeth, and then they gotta take the X-Lax to get that shit out.
No.
So,
here's the theory.
I mean, is that it?
Here's the theory, dude. Hang on. Because see, these weren't chewables, were they? I think those were just oral, like swallow ones.
I didn't read it that close.
Okay, I think they were just oral, like swallowable ones, like not like the chocolate chewable ones.
No, it wasn't chocolate.
They were like tablets, so you had to swallow right now. Okay, so here's my theory. Okay, they were the same customer. Okay, so what they did though, they were just bored. They were like, I'm gonna swallow this yarn-like fucking cord here that's considered floss, and then I'm gonna go ahead and poop it out, so that way I can just floss my intestines. They're like,
dude, and
polyps be gone. Oh.
No, the internal floss. You know somebody's got that gig up on Fiverr. Right there. Oh my God.
Fiverr, we love you.
Terrible. Floss and X-Lax.
Floss and X-Lax, man. Yep. So yeah, it was. We found lots of things. Those things are just the more memorable ones because she would know exactly where to go. Her thing was she studied the stuff. I wasn't a student of the game. All I did was like, I'd hear her talk about something like, yeah, that's cool. And I'd wander around the store. I would randomly, he's like laughing like I didn't accept it. No, I said I was her bitch. I literally was like, oh, I'm your bitch today. So any event though, I would go into the stores. And the thing is, after a while, you just kind of get jaded. So you start just like scanning stupid things. You're just like, beep. And that's how I found the floss. Was I was just like, I think we were at Target or something like that. And it was on a clearance. I always hit clearances because it was just, that's low hanging fruit, right? You know, most times. So I mean, shit. What was that? What was that vaginal stuff?
That was at Fry's.
That was at Fry's.
It was
yes.
like vaginal cream for like yeast infections or something.
Oh, the same people buying that.
Was it like Gynol or Gynecol or? It was like a pink box. And I'm sorry if anybody's got a smelly vagina. You know, and we're not trying to.
If that's the case, you need to go see the doctor because there's issues, that you're not gonna fix with a cream.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, you were in prize clearance, just scanning away on that. I remember that.
And I don't recommend doctors, but there are certain situations that you need to go see one. That's one of them.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if the people that had the Gynyl were the same ones that got the laxative.
Yes.
And they also got the floss. So what ended up happening is, okay, so they swallowed the floss and then they started shitting it out, okay? And then they got a bunch of like floss and like poop on their vagina. So they needed something to clean it up.
Wow.
So I know. I'm not a writer.
This is unbelievable, though. You know, finding these products. I mean, what did you do with them after you? Did you have to package them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did mainly food, 90% food.
So people would place the order, you package, send it out. Oh, okay.
Most of the time we packaged it and sent it to the warehouse. Amazon would store it and then they would order it.
Hence why it's called FBA, fulfilled by Amazon.
Right.
On my end of things, when I was working for Amazon for a couple of months, I actually used to work in something called prep record. So say, for instance, if you're a person that just doesn't have very much time to actually put and package those things together, you could actually put it into a box and ship it out to Amazon. And Amazon actually does what's called prep record. What they'll do is they'll prep your item for you, put an ASIN on it, which is like a barcode, and they'll go ahead and insert it into the inventory. Problem is, though, like
50 cents an item.
it's like 50 cents an item, which by the way, this is literally all I would do is like I'd see a product, research it up, and as long as I could find it easily, I would just slip it into a bag, tape it, throw like a fragile sticker on it if I had to, put an ASIN on it, and I put it into the thing. And literally just like one or two steps more than what regular receiving, which you and I, we would send in our products already set and go into what's called receiving. Receiving just, they receive it, send it on up, and it gets stowed away.
Oh, okay.
So there's also a good option for those people that don't have much time. There's no excuse for not making money. It's not as profitable, but...
What?
There were times that you and I would go out and we would go get our groceries, and the next thing you know, we got this whole fucking cart full of like shit that's for our business. Like, and like literally it's like we have like, I don't know, like popcorn in the fucking cart, but the rest of it's all like business stuff. And we're just kind of like, after a while, it just got to the point where it's like, I don't want to go to the grocery store.
You know you have it bad when other customers shop out of your cart.
Yes.
Can I get some of your X-Lax?
Dude, no, legit. Like we would go and we go into like the clearance aisles, and it actually used to happen worse around Halloween. So after Halloween's done, they get all the clearance candy, okay? So she and I would literally get carts full. Now, you guys are probably like going, does he have a this or something like that? No. I said carts as in plural.
I think the most we ever did was 2 carts.
Yeah, we did.
I don't remember ever doing 3.
No, we never. I know there were some FBAers that they're like friggin' 5,
candy,
6,
though.
7 carts.
That's a lot of candy.
Oh, we would load up, because as soon as you would find it. But the problem is now, once again, you got people that are cutting your nutsack off, where they're just like, they're like, oh, you get this for 50 cents. I'm going to sell it for 60 cents. And they're out money. Like, ding dong, hello.
If there is anyone watching that wants to do that and they have a storage area, if you can buy the stuff, hold it for like 6 months.
Yeah.
People like Peeps all year round.
Yeah.
So if you can hold off, and sell them in 6 months.
You hate Peeps? Oh man, he looks like he's gonna throw up.
Dude, those things are disgusting.
I thought you were getting mad at the pianist, which by the way, if anybody's hearing a piano, our upstairs neighbor actually is practicing piano. She probably got sick of hearing my loud fucking mouth.
Do you like Peeps?
Dude, Peeps are awesome, man.
Yeah.
Which by the way, aren't Peeps like vegan?
Peeps are vegan.
Peeps are vegan, baby.
Not healthy vegan.
No.
Gross.
We had some extras that we couldn't sell, and that was the very first time I had Peeps. They were lemonade Peeps.
Those were actually really good. Lemonade Peeps, man. That's what you're missing out on.
No. You take slime, whatever you add to it, it's not gonna taste good, you know. Ugh.
So, at any rate, gosh, we got off onto FBA. We're sitting there talking about merch.
We are talking about so many tangents.
Yeah. So, what we need to talk about next is, and I want to see if there's any comments on our YouTube page, because some people might be on there. If anybody happens to be on our YouTube page, just drop us a message. Let us know that you can hear us. We do have chat option available. So if anybody's trying to chat to us, I'm not getting anything, and that's YouTube's fault. We're just going to blame them. Yeah, it's all their fault. So, okay.
We have 2 viewers, though. They must be
2 viewers. Hooray. Well, it's because I have myself on here, so it's actually counting us. So in any event, I'm flipping over here. So let's backtrack over to Amazon merch. I don't see anybody else. Back over to Amazon merch. So people start out at 25 shirts that they can actually do, different designs. Now, you're up to 500 shirts. How does someone get that high?
You have to pretty much prove to Amazon that you're sales worthy. The general thought is there's tiers: 25, 100, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000 in pro, or something like that.
Yeah.
To change tiers, you got to sell that many shirts. So once you sell 25 shirts, you get to 100. Once you sell 100, you get to 500, and all the way down the line. Amazon does say they reserve the right to not tier you up. It's based on t-shirts. It's not a 100% given, but most of the time it happens.
Have you run into anybody that hasn't been tiered up, and do you have any speculation why they weren't tiered?
For my research, no, but sometimes it takes longer.
Okay.
Like my 2 tierings up to the 100 and 500 level within a few days.
Yeah.
But in my groups, I've seen people wait a week, 2 weeks, maybe longer.
Oh, so they eventually do get the tier up.
Yeah, so maybe that's what Amazon means, or it's just one of Amazon's vague rules that they have, just in case. So
what have you found as far as success ratio when it comes to shirts selling and some that don't? What's that success ratio like for you?
Oh, I have 405 shirts up now. I think this month I've sold, I'm trying to look, 30 of those. So maybe 10%.
Okay.
I know there's...
So 1 out of 10 shirts will sell.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just trying to get up to 500, and then I'm going to go back and try to fix some, but I just want to get quantity. Q4 is a pretty profitable time.
Yeah.
So
for everybody, if you don't have a business in Amazon, I really highly advise you guys get your feet in the water now, because you can make yourself a little bit extra spending cash for Christmas.
But just from what I found, it's the 80-20 rule, just like any other business. 20% is going to sell, 80% might be duds. That's just general.
There's some crazy ideas. When I'm an asshole, I'll tell you something to put on a shirt, and then next thing I know, I'm like, what the hell? I was being an asshole. And
without giving any shirts away except for the gay as fuck and my boob shirt, just keep it simple. Don't overthink it. You know, there's people making thousands in this business, so
yeah, hundreds of thousands. Am I not correct?
Wow.
Yeah, just keep it simple. Simple. Better.
Yeah, learn from my mistake. Don't waste your fucking time on intricate. Yeah, by the way, yes. What's
keep
that?
It simple, stupid.
Oh, well, yeah, you can do that as well.
So that's keeping it as simple as you can.
Any event, how are we doing on time? We're doing good on time. Hey, we still got about another 10 minutes left. So, speaking of, if you guys would like to support the show, we'll probably say this again in about another 10 minutes anyways. Go over to shop.bootstrapbusinessmen.com. Once again, that's shop.bootstrapbusinessmen.com. You can actually go into the Amazon store, and that is one of the shirts I actually have left up, is the original pixelated image of Bootstrap Businessmen. A lot of people would think I would take that down, but it's sold for us. Yeah. And that was one of the things I was discussing with you on the FAQ when it came to merch by Amazon was, see, it didn't stop you from tearing up, but according to your FAQ, I haven't told you this one yet. If you have a shirt that sells, in order to tier up, obviously, you have to have a certain number of sales. But if you delete that off of your account, they remove that ability for tiering up. Yeah, this is news to her because she removed some and it didn't affect her tiering up level. I just read it in FAQ and it ended up saying that. So thankfully, I haven't deleted any of the ones that have sold. So that's why the pixelated Bootstrap Businessman is going to be up. We'll eventually get it if we actually there still is 2 viewers. I'll be damned. Any rate, I'm going to keep it up. We're going to actually have some more shirts, and I imagine you and I are probably going to put our heads together actually after the show and talk about putting some of these things together. And actually, we'll probably end up wearing it on the show. And you guys go, oh, don't they look sexy? I want to look just like those bald-headed sons of bitches.
All pixelated and shit on a cover of a shirt.
Yes, all pixelated. Yes. So, yeah, right now, you'd be proud of me. Since December, I've sold 22 shirts. I'm not paying the bills with that.
Yeah, but you haven't even been focused on it either. You know? So
that's true. She does focus a lot of time and a lot of energy.
You know, I really didn't up until I started making sales. You know, funny thing, money
Squeaky
trumps
wheel
everything.
disagrees. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had no idea I'd be up to 500 at this time. And that's not to
Yeah.
brag. I just wanted to say if it's something you feel like doing, just go for it.
Yeah.
It's one of the easiest businesses I've ever been a part of. It's easier than eBay, FBA, Kindle, CreateSpace. It's even easier than ACX. And I didn't know that was possible.
ACX is easy.
But I did want to say that if this is something that interests anyone out there, apply for merch. And there are so many print-on-demand sites out there.
Yeah.
They don't have the same traffic as Amazon, but you can at least get your designs out there, figure
Like
out what
Spreadshirt.
works. Spreadshirt, Zazzle,
Mhm.
TeePublic, Teespring, Redbubble. There's so many.
I've seen a
So-
new one. It's called Teasley. It actually is a French-based company.
Oui, oui.
And what, because I found this on Instagram. It's Teasley, Teezily, like it's almost like Tea Easily.
Oh.
But in any event, it works a little different. It's almost like a Kickstarter style thing. So you actually have to have a certain number in order for them to fulfill it. And
Like
you
a
actually have
order
a
or something.
deadline. So what it'll do is they'll set like a 7-day type thing, and it's actually makes your shirt a limited edition. So there's a bit more of a demand. It was actually one of the cat things on Instagram. Yes, my cat has an Instagram. Fuck you for judging
Well,
me.
I think Teespring might be the same. There's another one that's like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, where it puts it as limited edition, and
Yeah.
there's a certain time frame. And if the orders aren't fulfilled at a certain number, nobody's charged for it. So that's kind of neat. I know that if I was a person that was very interested in a shirt, I'd be kind of heartbroken that, I'd be like, it didn't sell, fuck,
Right.
So, I mean, maybe that's a great business model. Let me know if anybody actually has used something like Teasley or you say Teespring.
There's Teespring,
Mhm.
Redbubble. The advantages of that is merch will not ship outside the US.
What is it?
So
What's this,
that reaches a greater number of
What
people.
Dustin uses something. What was his
Dustin used Spreadshirt.
Spreadshirt?
Dustin used Spreadshirt. For those of you that actually, it was, gosh, man, it was a great episode, but sadly he got on a mobile device that wasn't worth their shit. Sorry, Dustin, I love you, buddy, but that was really pixelated and everything. And he gave some great 411. That was the sad thing.
Yeah.
And his site is AmericanRivals.com.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's good stuff. But I haven't talked to that dude in a long time. He just kind of disappeared. We moved out to Ohio, and I stopped hearing from him. Like, go figure. Yeah, we were just watching a Dustin and I video from our wrestling days.
Wrestling.
I know he's wrestling tonight in Dayton.
Yeah, actually. So big shout
He's
out to
wrestling
my
a
boy
bear.
Dustin Reyes. He's wrestling a bear. That really was a big thing at some
it
point,
used
but
to
I
be,
guess they
yeah.
don't do that anymore.
No, their EPA is probably protecting the animal.
EPA or ASP
whatever
or
they are.
ASPSCA. Yeah, PETA. Let's go PETA. That seems
PETA.
a lot easier to say.
PETA.
Fucking Humane Society.
PETA.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's okay to wrestle a bear,
But if you have to.
but if you have to, don't just do it like Leo though and The Revenant. I heard that didn't turn out so well.
Yeah.
I just love it when people fuck a movie up for me. Great. Honestly, I really didn't want to see an awesome Leonardo DiCaprio movie because he does everything that's awesome. Seriously, I'm going to have him do my life story.
Nice.
Yeah, Leo's
nice,
going to play my
nice.
part. Danny DeVito's going to be you.
I can see it. I can see it though.
I'm sorry, dude.
What?
Danny DeVito.
He's a cool guy.
Okay.
Danny's cool. Love his character on It's Always Sunny in
Yes.
Philadelphia.
Yes.
And Taxi.
Yes. It's so funny, man, because he looked old then.
Yeah.
the
Batman.
hell?
The original Batman. With Michael Keaton.
Oh, when
back
he
in
did
the 90s.
Penguin. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that was
Who was the penguin?
yeah, he
Yeah.
was the Penguin.
He's always looked like he was 90.
Yes, but funny
So
as
have
hell.
I, though. So that's cool. I want to tag on to something that Kelly said, though.
Fire away, man.
Yeah, it makes sense. Honestly, if there's something that you want to do or you see it on Amazon or whatever it is, do it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fail. Please fail at something in your life because, dude, so many people are so afraid to do anything because of that fear of failure.
Time's gonna
You
pass
know?
anyways.
Just do it. Who cares? You know what I mean? If you
Yep.
want to try something that's sitting on your heart, your mind, whatever the case is for you, just do it. Just you won't know, right?
I think sometimes people get really afraid of failure. It's not so much failure; they're afraid of the embarrassment and the shame that may come with it. And here's the funny thing: is guess what, guys? When you die, shame and humiliation doesn't follow you.
No, I was actually watching a video. The lady that started Spanx.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sarah Blakely.
Yeah. Did you see the video?
No, I just know who it is.
Oh, cool. I didn't. I never knew
She's
who
a
she
pro.
was.
She's like just
But
looks at you
I don't
like,
buy Spanx.
I don't.
Maybe I do. No, I don't. So anyway, she was talking about at the dinner table that her father would ask them, not how was their day, how was your week, what have you failed at this week?
Oh.
And if there was nothing, he was actually kind of disappointed in that because he felt that they weren't putting themselves out there and they weren't trying something new. So if there was something that they had actually tried and failed at, he gave them a high five and said, hey, at least you tried. You know what I mean? So it rewired their brain on failure.
yeah.
So I mean, it's
Give it a shot, guys.
Yeah, just do it.
Try it with your own family, man. I'm telling you.
Take a marker and draw it on it. Jesus, I mean, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
It's creative. Sharpie shirts.
Sharpie shirts.
Boom.
Sharpie shirts.
Mark
There you
it.
go. It's yours.
Sell it.
Well, I think we're starting to get to the end of our hour, and that way our
this went by fast.
our penis doesn't start, pounding on the keys, telling us it's time to call.
He said pianist, not penis.
Penis.
Because I thought you said penis really quick.
I think you did too.
He said penis.
Pianist.
Pianist, not the
Pianist.
penis.
Piano player.
Pianist.
Yes.
Person who
And
plays.
nobody's
the piano.
pounding on his penis. He's talking about the penis.
Pounding on the penis upstairs.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Well, I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in today. As per usual, it's always a pleasure. I appreciate the 2 viewers that are on with us live. We have chat open, so if you're chatting with us, we apologize. I didn't see anything inside the YouTube videos. Please, this is a call out to anybody that has a business. Please get in contact with us over at Bootstrap Businessmen at gmail.com. Once again, that's bootstrapbusinessmen at gmail.com. We'd love to actually sit down with you and have a full interview. And it'd be a great way to showcase your business in front of millions upon millions of people through different portions, such as SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher. We've already gone through all this stuff. FeedBurner, you name it, Podbean, everything else in between. And of course, on YouTube as well in a smaller capacity. So please get a hold of us at that specific email address. And Kevin, how can they support the show?
Clicking on the link in the bio, or just jumping over to shop.bootstrapbusinessmen.com. I got it right that time.
Yes.
Last week. Yeah,
You were tongue-tied.
Yes. Shop.bootstrapbusinessmen.com.
Yep, exactly. So
save that in your little browser.
Yes.
Use Safari, Explorer, Penguin, Dolphin.
I love the Dolphin browser.
Kind of randomly. Yes, just save that link in, every time you go to shop on Amazon, because guess what? You do. We know you do. Everybody does. Even my mom. That's weird, but she does. Just save that, go in there. They give us a little bit of percentage, man. It doesn't even cost them anymore.
Nope.
That's the cool part. But kicks back a little bit so we can buy like the mic stands, some lights, the backdrop and everything. So it helps support the show. Thanks.
Yes, absolutely. And speaking of backdrop and everything, you guys can look forward to very soon seeing another upgrade coming into the Bootstrap Businessmen front. We're going to be dealing with OBS. So we're going to pull out that green screen background and we're going to put some fun things in the background. Maybe like the Smut Warrior.
Yes.
Inside joke. Joke.
Yes.
All right, folks. On behalf of Bootstrap Businessmen, I'm Dale and
Kevin.
Thanks for Kelly to coming in the show. She's going to come in again, I'm sure. So take care, ladies and gentlemen.